Welcome to the future, or at least a version of it. That's full of shiny lights, glitchy gadgets,
Meet your DC-2 drone companion.
and a whole lot of robots.
Oh no.
Today we are diving deep into MindsEye, a game that looked like GTA meets Cyberpunk, but ended up playing more like a tech demo that escaped from the lab too early. This is not just a first impression video. I have played through the whole campaign, crashed more times than a beta tester, and now it's time to tell you the truth. This is MindsEye, the review.
Here we go again.
MindsEye is set in a slick, near-future city called Red Rock, where technology is everywhere, from contact lens-style smart gadgets to fully autonomous drones. You step into the role of new security guard,
uniform.
hired by the mega corporation Silva Corp. The twist: on your very first day, you are already gunning down rogue robots. That's the job orientation in this world. Bullets, not paperwork. People here use devices called lens, spelled with a Z because apparently that makes it cooler. Think of it as a smartphone, but glued inside your eyeball. Text, calls,
Now,
mission
this
updates
is cool.
all pop up directly in your vision. The setting is stylish, and the vehicles surprisingly fun to drive. They look and handle like futuristic version of today's trucks and sedans, with a bit of flair. But that's where the most of the praise ends. You play as a Jacob Diaz, an ex-soldier with a case of selective memory loss. He didn't forget how to speak or tie his shoes, just the important story related stuff. Convenient, right? His best buddy, Seb, is a cheerful, over the top hype man, always saying stuff like, "You got this, bro," like you're a personal life coach who's watched too many motivational videos.
You almost killed me, man. Come on, let's get a drink, huh? I'm buying. All the way from the fridge.
Then there's the ice cold boss lady at Silva Corp. She's all business, all the time, zero emotions. Picture Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad, but in corporate form. The hacker, a classic twist. Everyone thinks it's a guy, but surprise, it's actually a tattooed girl with a quirky attitude. She's written to be unique, but somehow feels just like every hacker character ever made. And of course, there's Marco Silva, the billionaire behind it all, a germaphobe tech tycoon obsessed with electric cars and colonizing space. If that sounds familiar, it should. He's clearly a parody of Elon Musk. Later in the game, Jacob clashes with a mercenary group called Red Sand, which turns out to be tied to his hidden past. The plot keeps looping back to this mystery, using the chip in his head, the titular MindsEye, as a link to his memory. Sounds cool, right? But the gameplay is where MindsEye truly starts to crumble. Missions are painfully repetitive. Drive to a marker, watch a cutscene, shoot some bots, drive again, repeat, and then exploration is discouraged. Try to wander off the path and you will get scolded or mission failed. No radio in the cars, no minigames, no distractions, just driving and silence. Police don't respond to crimes. You can't hijack cars. If you destroy your vehicle, the mission fails. This open world feels less like a sandbox and more like a guided tour you are not allowed to leave. Combat. It's basic at best. Enemies are either bots with slightly better design or humans with a broken AI. They will sometimes run at you, sometimes just stand still, and no, you can't even punch them. There is no melee attack. The only moment things get interesting is when you unlock drone powers later in the game. Being able to zap bots and drop grenades from above gives a small jolt of fun, but by then it's already too late. MindsEye suffers from an identity crisis. It wants to be a cinematic experience, but the cinematics aren't skippable. And when the game crashes, which it does often, you are forced to rewatch them again and again and again. We are talking crashes every 30-40 minutes. On high end PCs, I'm not just talking about lag here, I mean full on kick you to the menu crashes. And let's talk about the mission design. A scene where a squad of killer robots runs at your car only to destroy it before the cinematic ends. A forced CPR minigame that should have just been a cutscene. Bosses that die in cutscenes. Scenes that tease action only to take control away at the last second. It's all fluff, no payoff. The writing is riddled with cliches. The serious moments are so poorly acted or written that they become hilarious. Jacob, despite being ex military, acts like he's never been on a mission. He breaks into restricted areas on day one and drives into enemy camps with headlights on at night. His cluelessness is more comedy than character depth. Even the voice actors, some of whom are well known, sounds like they were reading lines from a totally different game. It's awkward and immersion breaking. The game can look good. Some environments have great lighting. A sandstorm driving scene stands out. The rocket facility looks massive. There are moments that feel AAA, but they don't last. And that's the issue. MindsEye is a great looking shell, but with nothing inside. After you finish the campaign, which ends abruptly and leaves story threads dangling, you're dropped into a free roam mode. You are not even playing as the main character anymore. Instead, you are a random guy in a crop top with no explanation. There's a base with interactive objects that do nothing. You can't steal cars. Icons on the map lead nowhere. You shoot some enemies in the parking lot, and that's it. It's confusing, empty, and feels completely unfinished. MindsEye had potential, a great setting, some cool tech ideas, and solid driving mechanics, but all of that is crushed under poor storytelling, broken gameplay, and technical issues that make the game barely playable. It wanted to be a big cinematic experience like GTA or Cyberpunk, but instead, it's more like a student film trying to pass as a blockbuster. If you saw the trailer and thought, wow, this could be the next big thing, think again. Thanks for watching this in depth breakdown of MindsEye. If you enjoyed this honest review, hit that like button, subscribe for more brutally honest game content, and let me know in the comments, was MindsEye a hit for you or massive miss? Until the next time, stay sharp and maybe skip the chip in your neck.